Welcome to Friday Fails, episode number 39, and there's a ... in here and also a but why, but I'm missing Cody.
Did I come in before I was supposed to?
Oh my gosh! No, actually you're great timing. I just had no idea you were back there.
But why?
All right, let's do it. All right, so we've got,
Okay.
So our first fail, so if you're new here,
He's new, clearly.
it's been a minute. If you're new here, what we do on Friday Fails But Why is we take down subscriber submitted crashes, falls, mistakes, and we break them down to help improve your riding. Keep you off the ground and just make you smile more, really. Basically, that's what we're here for. So we're gonna get right into it. We got snowing. Do you think that's how? I think, what is that, German? Snowing? With a couple dots above the O?
I was at IKEA and I saw that sign at IKEA yesterday.
So what do they do at IKEA?
Isn't that Swedish or something?
Swedish.
I think
they
that's
make great
Swedish.
cinnamon rolls at IKEA too.
Great hair, the Swedish.
All
Nice
right,
blonde
hello.
hair.
I first want to say I love all your videos. That's very appreciative there, or appreciated. And this clip happened to my sister while she was trying the big track in Hoke, Sweden. This guy, he's a national traveler, really just goes to IKEA a lot. I want to see your reaction and what she did wrong. It's a pretty funny fail. All right, let's do it. It's a crash.
It's a crash.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, this is a cool looking little area, huh?
I like
She's standing up
it. Ripping.
through the mud puddle.
Oh, okay, we're safe. We're not wet.
Not wet, we're going uphill though. This is where it gets wild.
Whoa. Looks sandy.
Hey, with that 110 sweet.
Oh, we got
Oh, okay. Well, I think that was just a good old case of, oh my gosh, I'm going off a cliff.
Oh, shit, you're beautiful thing.
Oh, he's got some rock music at the end. All right, so
I really like that.
you break this one down.
All right, I'll break it down. So what happened was, is she was going up that hill right there, and the pitch of the bike kind of changed, right? And her weight kind of came back. She started to pull on the handlebars. As she pulled on the handlebars, she involuntarily twisted the throttle. When that happened, she went back even further. Yeah, we're white knuckle, we're along for the ride. We've got the classic shot of whiskey throttle right there, which is never good. And then she panicked, right? Instead of putting her hands on the controls, the front brake, the back brake, trying to slow the bike down, and then she just took her feet off and
We
she
should
just
make a shirt like
rode
this.
that puppy
Would
right
you guys
off.
buy a shirt from our merch shop at mexf.com if we made a shirt with Cody's face like this and call the when in doubt, you whiskey throttled?
I'd buy it.
I would too. I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, that was a good breakdown.
Yeah,
not
just
much more you
classic
could do
whiskey
there.
throttle.
Yeah, and her eyes got fixated over there.
So
too.
I
She was just,
I would say if I was going to change anything, maybe riding just a little bit easier track or a little bit easier area, because clearly when stuff got out of control, she let fear dictate the situation and she panicked. So she's already in an uncomfortable state probably before she got out of control. So just find an easier track to ride.
easier track for sure.
Easier
But she was
dirt.
standing up nice.
She was doing great. She was
so
doing
props
great.
on the standing, looked nice, and you know, props on, was it brother? Yeah, brother was riding behind, so props for him helping her out, so that was sweet. Awesome, well that was a great breakdown. Let's go to the next one. Let's see the next one. All right, so we're going to Grant and Shayla. Hi guys, had this video, nice save at the Fossil Bowl in Carkia, Idaho. Any tips?
Idaho,
We got
man.
some tips.
Love Idaho.
Yeah, he loves Idaho.
Look at that.
Ooh, that
How
is
can you not love
beautiful.
that? How can you not love that?
Doesn't that look like 70 degrees?
Woo, it just looks like I should
Sometimes
be
when
there.
you can just see 70 degrees,
I can just feel that crisp
that just
mountain
looks
air.
like 70 degrees to me.
It just
and look
feels
at these little
healthy.
gate things. I've never seen that before. All right, here we go.
Oh!
The double loop.
Double looping.
The double looper.
Let's just look at
Let's
this
watch it
track.
again.
Track looks awesome.
Man, that's what 70 degrees looks like if I've ever seen it. Oh, do we know that?
CC, they got the CC
Oh, the CC
shrouds.
graphics. Nice.
Cool.
What you doing is you're CC in the sky. Is what happened.
That's an epic photo where
Man,
they're
that's
both
a great
just doing
photo. We got
wheelies
them both
beside
stood up.
each
Make sure you
other.
put that on the screen when they're both stood up. Yeah. So
Ready, set, go.
confused on which one's who.
Ready, set, go.
Who's who?
We're just,
I mean, they both made the same mistake. I
we
guess.
got a clearer view of the Cowie.
All right, so we were forward. The old classic case of you're real forward before the gate drops, and then when you let the clutch out and give it throttle, you let yourself rock back, and then you've got your rut dug out, or maybe it's not dug out, but the gate might then be dropping flush, and your front tire hit it. Weight was going back, a lot of RPMs, a lot of power. Everything was sending you backwards for both of our riders here. So if one of them's not our person, they're getting the same breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Let's just watch it one more time, see if we do anything.
Woo!
Yeah, so
Feet came up fast too, man.
So if you pause your video, you notice as soon as you let the clutch out, your butt slides to the back of the seat. If our butt's behind the foot pegs, we know that all our weight's going backwards to the back wheel. We're getting traction on the back wheel, which isn't always a bad thing, but in this scenario, it's putting you in the old loop out, the Larry loop out situation.
Oh, Larry loop out.
And you do not want to be in the Larry loop out, but I have a couple things to commend you on. Your goggles are not in the goon slot if you've seen our goon video. Your visor is up, and you're looking fairly clean. So there's a couple positives.
Style points.
Same thing with the CC, is bike's looking tight.
Cool graphics.
All right, yeah, that's my thing. You gotta be forward off the start. You got anything to add? I mean, tight feet, all the start
yeah,
details.
I mean, just keeping your feet down a little longer. The feet came up before you even got past the gate. So I think if maybe the feet stayed down, that would have kept the center of gravity a little bit lower, would have kept the rider from slipping back on the seat too. So just keeping the feet down, keep them in front of the pegs until past the gate.
I like it. All right, perfect. Moving on. Here we go. We've got.
Here we go. How much wood?
Nick.
Wood? Check wood.
A lot, now that you ask. This is my Friday fail. He's a talker. This guy really likes to explain things, and so we're gonna watch. Here we go.
Untitled movie.
All right, I think I've got two of them playing at the same time somehow.
Let's give her
Look
a
at
pause.
this Oh my gosh!
You're gonna die. You're gonna rock though.
Hold on.
Go.
Hold on, listen to this part. Hold on, just listen to this little piece. Hold on. I gotta back it up a little more.
Oh, dude.
This dude just overjumps the double by 40 feet, ragdolls himself, and he goes.
This guy needs to get in a time machine and go back 20 years and hang out with Seth Inslow.
Seth Inslow, or come here and hang out with us and be our full-time Friday Fail contributor. All right, we got to go back and see what went wrong here, other than everything.
That was
Here
awesome.
we go. Well, he jumps on the track. Oh my goodness!
Man.
I mean, he definitely looped it out pretty hard. I'm gonna get
Dude,
it.
that is when your hand blows off the handlebar unexpectedly like that, it never ends well.
Look at those knees, dude. He is just pulling. He is climbing. So one mistake that you're making here is that you're pulling the bars to your chest, which we can see by where your knees are. And when you pull your bars to the chest, something's got to happen to the back end. What happens to the back end pushes out from underneath you, so you're really just making the situation worse. What you want to do if you have the high wheel is you want to keep your knees back and then lean way over the front with your upper body, right? So then when you land, the handlebars aren't getting ripped out from your hands because your body is already in front of the bike. So it's just coming back underneath where you're at, in line in the middle of the bike. As far as the face of the jump, I think he hit the power band kind of unexpected.
Yeah, it seemed like it might have taken his weight a little bit further back.
The power hardcore. I mean,
She was
this
humming.
Is a nice KX100 or 80 right here.
That's a 125, dude.
You think
Maybe?
so?
I don't know. Could be an 80. Could be a 100.
I think it's an 80.
Cool
or
numbers.
125. It's a 125 or an 80 or 100.
It's one of those three, for
So,
sure.
anyways, yeah, so you just want to practice the proper jumping mechanics before launching 100 feet. That's really the best tip I could give you.
10 out of 10 on your air wheelie. It was really good.
10 out of 10 on your airway. 2 strokes. Got to respect the 2 strokes. One thing I respect you on is you had good humor after a very major crash.
That was awesome.
Yeah, like
That was awesome.
that's like a laugh that you do like when your girlfriend's watching, but you're really hurt. You're like, I mean, I'm good.
I'm good.
I do this all the time.
I'm good.
I do all the time. All right, sounds good. Well, hope that helped. We're gonna move on. We're glad you're alive. All right, here we got Chris Groff. Just following up to make sure you saw this. That means we didn't get back to his email in a timely manner. We're really sorry if that happens to you. But we're busy here, which is a good thing. So, hey guys, I wanted to see if you could diagnose what went wrong around this corner. The video doesn't catch all of the accident, but you may be able to piece it together. All together with both full speed and slow-mo videos together. Sincerely, your newest but loyal Patreon, which brings me to a nice point here is the Patreon support lately has been amazing. We're getting a bunch of new people getting involved, so we're working on programs to add value and do extra videos. And I also want to do some FaceTime calls. So if you are a Patreon and you have interest in hopping on like a FaceTime call for 15, 20 minutes with me with some questions, make sure you send that in the messages. That is something that we're going to rotate in, and that way I can answer all of your riding slash personal slash relationship slash father slash mother slash business slash bicycle slash pets questions.
Yeah, thank you guys for your donations. I even got my brakes fixed on my van so I don't have to ride my beach cruiser to work anymore.
Because of the Patreon.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep, all right, so moving on. This is Chris again. Yeah, we're back to Chris. Sorry, I got really on my
Dirt looks on point.
He's in
already.
Georgia. He's in Georgia. He's gotta be in
Georgia Clay. Not bad, not bad. Oh!
Oh, dude, you went off the track. What do you mean? What do you need to know? You just drove the bike off the course.
Jeez, hey, the dirt looks
back wheel
great.
though, only the back wheel went.
Dirt looks great.
Yeah, that track looks so sweet. Let's see if we can just.
Oh man. Well, we missed a good portion of the crash here.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you his weight looks a little far back to me.
And
just his
stiff.
posture. Yeah, his posture's stiff.
Looking a little stiff. So what I always like to think about after you're midway through the corner, your weight should be driving forward, right? So when the bike does kick out, your weight's in front of that. A lot of times in this scenario, probably wouldn't have saved him. He was pretty much doomed. But for future reference, with those choppy bumps coming out of the corner, which I think is what got your back tire over the other side, that little berm. If you're in front of the power, the back end can kind of do its work. And remember, when you're laying power down, giving it a lot of throttle, you're squatting the back end. You need something to counter that forward, right? And if it gets a little loose and your weight's on that part of the bike, if your weight's on the back of the bike and the bike's doing this, your body's then doing that. But if it's on the front of the bike, the back end's just doing its work and then will eventually come back underneath you. But one big piece is just kind of loosen up a little bit with the upper body. You look real stiff, so whatever the bike does, your body's gonna do. And so if the bike shoots, you're gonna shoot. All right, so that was our breakdown for Chris. Yeah, eyes up too would be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be so
Always
close to the track.
Look where you want to go. I'm sure there was a point where he was looking off the track. He's like, oh God, oh God, oh God in his head. Because sometimes I go off the track just like that.
Me too, I do that pretty much every time.
Most of the time it's skinnies
Until
on
I
mountain
remind
bikes.
myself, yeah, skinny.
Skinnies on mountain bikes, I'm on there and then I'm like, oh look, there's a frog.
Ba-boom.
Ow, that hurt a little bit.
Dude,
Okay,
that was
let's go.
aggressive. All right, moving on. All right, for our last one in this Friday Fails, you know, people have been suggesting that we make these longer, so I don't know if that's a thing or not.
We're
But
talking a lot right now.
this one will be
A lot
pretty
of
long.
talking.
So we've got DeBoss Tate. Is that for real? DeBoss Tate. All right, my name is Tate DeBoss Mahan, and I was trying to do a no-footer at my track when this happened.
Yeah.
I love the sound of this. Here we go.
Okay,
All right.
looking pretty pitted, man. Look at that snow in the background too.
What? Where do you guys live, and why don't we live there?
I don't know, I like it though. It
The
looks
answer
way,
is the snow.
this looks like a sizable jump. Oh! That was awesome.
Well, Tate, you don't have to worry about children in your future, but you can adopt, which is a nice thing, and there are a lot of places you can figure that out. So let's break this down.
That was
from the
epic.
get-go.
Hey,
Way too high on the RPM.
sick setup though.
What are you gonna do if you land on top of that Bobcat? Just give me an answer real quick, Tate. In your room, watching this right now, I want you to answer out loud. If you were to jump into the Bobcat, what would you have done? Would you have jumped off the front, tried to make it to the landing? Would you just took it like a man? Because you're already doing knack-knacks and no-footers. What does Tate do? What do you do?
I mean, I would get about 8 more of those because he could have cleared about 8 more of them. He went
Right,
so
cut
long.
the landing out?
Yeah, we need to get bigger bulldozers, more dump trucks.
You're really good at tricks. Why don't you break this down? Well, how would you do a no-footer?
Okay, well let's watch this video one more time. Let's check it out.
Back him up.
All right, so First of all, Tate's a gear too low. I think Tate's in third and Tate should probably be in fourth.
I would say DeBoss should be. DeBoss
But I
should be up a
think
gear.
as far as no footers go, I've done some no footers. Actually, used to do a lot of nothings back in the day. I was a big fan of the nothing
But nothing.
back in the early 2000s. Anyways, I think Tate, I think you took your feet off too early. So I think like the RPMs being too low started kind of giving you a little bit momentum forward, which makes you uncomfortable and kind of panic. And then I think you took your feet off so early that you started to float away from the bike.
I would say
So typically when I'm doing no footers, I'm gonna wait.
He does a lot, by
I
the
do
way.
a lot of no footers. I'm gonna wait until I'm at the apex of my jump, at the highest point, and that's where the bike almost feels like it's coming up into your body and you're almost at a point where you're weightless, where you can become disconnected with the bike and not have it float away from you.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I've done some nothings before a little bit too early, and then you're rolling up the windows, missing your handlebars, you know, the whole, yeah. I'm a goon, I've been there.
I think also DeBoss, Nate, may have jumped off his pegs. Like
A little
to do
bit too much
no-footer,
springiness.
He like
Boing!
springed off in the air and he pushed the bike away from him too. The idea is the exact opposite.
Yeah, you kind of want
Let
the bike to
float
come up
to
into you, yeah.
Yeah, that's one very important thing with no footers and one footers and no handers.
We're just gonna shout out to one of our students, Garrett here, Garrett Riles.
Garrett Riles.
I watched Garrett do a huge crash, and he lies. He said his foot came off, but he was trying to do a no-footer, and he crashed super hard. So be careful out there doing no-footers, everybody.
Let the bike come to you. Don't spring off the bike. This isn't a trampoline.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's good for DeBoss.
Cool
Nate
nickname,
Tate.
though.
Is it Tate or Nate?
It's,
Tate.
Tate.
Yeah, DeBoss Tate. I might have said Nate.
Tater tot.
If you like this video, we have plenty more Friday fails. Actually, we have 38 others that you can find right over here. Have you ever watched? Did you watch
I've
them all?
seen all 38 episodes, actually. I watched
Perfect.
these.
Do you like
yeah.
and subscribe down below?
I do. I get the updates.
And are you a Patreon?
No.
He needs to become a Patreon, and so do you. Small monthly donations every month
Woo, that was smooth.
to help keep this channel moving forward. We'll see you next time. Peace, peace, peace.